Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatani Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Welcome to this weekly Bhagavad Gita class. Today we are going to start chapter 16 and the title of this chapter is The Divine and Demoniac Natures. Divine and demoniac natures. So there are two kinds of natures, two kinds of people, divine and demoniac. Like in Satyuga, I mean, these two kinds of personalities are always there, always, in any time. So like we see in Satyuga, demoniac people, they had a different planet. So for divine people and demoniac people, different planets. They were residing in different planets. And in Treta Yuga, same planet but different country, like Lord Ram, Bharat, India, and Ravan in Sri Lanka. Same planet, different country. And Dwapar Yuga, same family. Two kinds of people in same family, in one family. Duryodhana, Kauravas and Pandavas. They are the family members, right? So divine and demoniac. First of all, we should understand demoniac does not mean only external feature. Sometimes we think that somebody demoniac means external feature, ferocious look, big eyes, maybe teeth coming out of mouth. That is demoniac. But we have to understand divine and demoniac is not external feature, but it's internal nature, internal qualities. So based on that, we are trying to understand. So now in Dwapar Yuga, the divine and demoniac in same family. But in Kali Yuga, the age of quarrel, this current age we are in. So these two people residing in every individual. It is within us. Divine and demoniac nature. We all have these two qualities, these two natures. Sometimes the divine quality is prominent, sometimes demoniac quality is prominent. I mean, we have these qualities. So, in this chapter, Krishna is just talking about these two different qualities or these two different kinds of people and the kind of qualities they have. So, he is going to speak about the divine qualities, people with divine qualities, and then he will speak about people with demoniac qualities and their destination. So how this chapter is going to help us? What is the use of understanding this divine qualities and demoniac qualities? How is it going to help us?
We can judge and behave accordingly.
Yes.
Adopt the good qualities.
Yes.
Right.
So once we understand these qualities and the destination, so first of all, we will see. This is for self-reflection. This is for introspection. Like in previous chapter also, when we were talking about the three modes of material nature. Why we study scripture? The purpose is to reflect. The purpose is to understand truth or the right way to live a life, no? A better life, a meaningful, a purposeful life. That is the goal why we are studying. So these chapters helping us to understand my true nature. This is called self-discovery, introspection, understanding my current situation, position, understanding the purpose, the goal of life. So once we know the goal of life, and once we know the right path for that, to achieve that goal, and when we know that what is favorable, what is not favorable, then we can make right decision. We can make right decision. We can choose right association, right? We can engage ourselves in right action, which is helping me to advance. So that is what throughout this scripture we are studying. We should be very clear in our purpose. Our goal of life must be clear. With clarity, we develop conviction. With clarity, we develop conviction, and with conviction, we develop consistency in our practices. If we are not convinced with the process, we will not practice. What we do and why we do. Until you are clear with why factor, you will not do it. So once we have conviction, whatever Krishna is speaking in Bhagavad Gita, that is truth. And that is what he is giving the real purpose, the true purpose of our life. He is giving a true path to achieve that purpose. Once we have conviction, then we will follow the path. Otherwise we will not. So it's all about conviction. If we do not have conviction, if there is no clarity of purpose, Krishna says, Sanshayatma vinashyati. One who is doubtful will perish. Will reach nowhere. If you don't have clear goal, clear destination, you will reach nowhere. Right? So most of the people in this world, they don't have clarity. They don't know the purpose. So Krishna will speak, our Lord is going to speak about what kind of people they are. And they do not have any clarity. So clarity, conviction, these are very, very important. So let's go through the chapter and understand which are the qualities which is influencing us, and means positive, negative, whatever different qualities are there. So how we can improve, advance, that is what we are going to learn from this chapter. So the first to three verse, Krishna is saying, the Supreme Personality of God has said, now here about the qualities. Fearlessness, these are the divine qualities. Fearlessness, purification of one's existence. Fearlessness we know about, right? Fearlessness, devotees are never fearful. This is divine quality. Fear means worrying about future. Devotees, they are concerned about future. They are concerned about future, but they are not fearful about future. Fearful means taking lots of anxiety, stress. That is negative. Fear is good also. If you see, fear is good also. If you don't have fear, you will become very casual. Sometimes fear helps you to protect yourself. If you have fear of accident, then you will move safe, right? You will take care of safety, precautions, right? So fear is good also. But excessive fear, that no, if I go on road, I will meet with some accident, I will not go. This is
stops you from progress.
so this is not good. But fearlessness means calculated fear. Means, yes, devotees are also fearful. For what? They have fear that, oh, if I do not utilize my time, if I do not utilize these facilities which I have received in my life for my spiritual consciousness, for advancing in Krishna's consciousness, I don't know what will be the next life, whether will I get the opportunity or not. So they are very serious, sincere. How long we have this body, how long we have this facility, any moment we may go out of it. So they have this kind of fear. But this fear is like concern that, okay, whatever time I have, whatever facilities I have, intelligence, let me utilize it in such a way so that I can advance in Krishna consciousness and get out of this material suffering forever. Go home, back to Godhead. So this is fearlessness, because they are working. I mean, they are not fearful of this material world, because now we know that this material world is temporary. This body is temporary. We are not fearful of death, because body anyway it is going to be finished one day. We do not want. But soul is eternal. So devotee, they know the truth, and that's why they are not attached with material things, material body. And they know that they are eternal. So they are working for eternal achievement, permanent happiness, permanent achievement, in spiritual kingdom. So purification of one's existence. They are always working for purification, externally, internally. Devotees are pure. External cleanliness, right? External cleanliness like taking bath, different purificatory processes they are following. Internal cleanliness, purity of heart. Why we chant? We are chanting the holy name of the Lord, reading a scripture. The purpose is purification. We are purifying our intelligence, we are purifying our mind, purifying our heart. So devotees are pure externally, internally. Cultivation of spiritual knowledge. This is quality of a devotee. Like what we are doing, we are cultivating spiritual knowledge. We are trying to understand Bhagavad Gita. And charity, contributing. They are not selfish. Devotees, not selfish. They contribute for the betterment of society, for the betterment of upliftment of others. They are providing charity. So charity purifies our heart. We become selfless. Somebody who is very selfish will not do charity, will not think of others. But somebody who is selfless, they are satisfied with whatever they have received, and whatever they receive, they always remember that whatever I am receiving is by the mercy of so many people, is by the mercy of God. Because so many people's effort is there in my success. I mean, they remember this, and that's why they contribute. They do good work. Self-control. Self-control means their senses are not agitated. Their mind is in control. They utilize it. They do not do things unnecessarily or whimsically. They, wherever required, they act. If it is not, they control it. Performance of sacrifice, doing yajna. Sacrifice is again services. It is like contribution. This is sacrifice. Doing your prescribed duty. Yajna means doing your prescribed duty based on varna ashram, whichever varna and ashram we are in. Like we are in family life, so we have some duties, prescribed duty, how to live a family life. So they are doing all these prescribed duties. Study of the Vedas, austerity. Austerity means austerity, like this is also an austerity. Waking up early in the morning, doing Mangal Arati, chanting rounds, this is also an austerity. We do not want it, austerity. So such kind of rules and regulations, following scriptural injunctions, that is austerity. Simplicity is very, very important. Very, very important. Simplicity is not being poor. Simplicity of the heart means being humble, which is the foundation of all divine qualities. Being humble, understanding our true nature, true identity, being humble. I'm just insignificant part and parcel of Krishna. Whatever I have, that I have just by the mercy of Krishna and his devotees, or all of the people. So when we have this kind of consciousness, means we are very humble. Otherwise, if we think, no, whatever I have is because of me, so we become arrogant, we become with pride. So devotees are simple, simplicity of heart. Non-violence. What does it mean? Non-violence. Many times we have discussed about it. Non-violence.
Not killing.
Not killing. Like animal killing. Any kind of killing is not, it's called violence. So non-violence is not killing. What else? What other ways of violence?
Even the emotionally don't.
Hurting by words.
Hurting by words. Even if we speak wrong, if our communication is hurting someone, that is also kind of violence.
Even by
especially,
gesture. Even by gesture also.
By gesture also.
Not to hurt.
By gesture also. Not only words, but if we are behaving in such a way which is hurting others, Hurting means especially it is mentioned like if even this is also there. We should not hurt. Sometimes we say that no, but whatever I said it was truth. So Krishna is giving us process how to speak truth. Anudyagakaram vakyam. When we speak, what should be the way of communication? Krishna is saying, even if you are speaking truth, it should be spoken in such a way that it should not hurt others.
Very gentle and caring.
So there should be the three things we can say. One is message. Message means the message we are going to pass, that is one thing. And we should have message, then manner, proper manner. How we are saying, what we are saying, how we are saying, that is also very important.
But Prabhuji is all affected by the person who is you are talking to. The other person is hurting you, we are facing. So
No, again, coming to the point, I mean, that is okay. If somebody is
So,
hurting you, but
depends on
how we
circumstance.
have to behave in that situation, that is what we are learning. Means, even right now, let's take this scenario that if we are speaking some truth, but that truth we are speaking in such a way, in such a manner which is hurting others. Instead of the person is accepting it, the person is going to reject it or never follow it. So that is wrong way of speaking. Communication means we have to speak in such a way, even if speaking truth in such a way, so that person should understand. Otherwise, what is the use of communication? Tell me. Communication means other person should hear. If he is not hearing you, then that is useless, waste of time. So three things we have to always take care of, what Krishna is teaching in Bhagavad Gita. Three things we have to take care of whenever we are speaking to somebody. One is message. What is that some message we are communicating? Second is manner. What is the manner? We should have proper manner. And the third very important thing is mood. In which mood we are speaking. So if we take care of these three things, then we can properly communicate. Most of the time we react. If somebody is harsh, somebody is not behaving well, better do not speak, receive. Because if you behave in the same way, that is going to create more problem. So better if somebody is, means we have to see the situation.
Right.
But anyway, the point here, what we are discussing that, truthfulness means we have to be true. We have to be honest. This is it's a very great quality. We have to be honest. Generally in modern time, we do not, means we become so much habitual of speaking lie. We think that it has become a habit. But we should understand that means small habits can create, can make big change. So small habits, if it is negative, that will lead towards chaos. It will, if we are developing good qualities, bit by bit, every day, if you are working for good things or good qualities, if you are developing, you will see a big change in life eventually. So all these things are very, very important. Truthfulness, unless means, of course, there are some categories or some criteria. All these qualities we are reading here may not be 100% we may follow. Means everybody will not be able to follow. That's why Prabhupada is saying that based on Varna Ashram, all these qualities are, one should practice based on their standard, based on their Varna and Ashram, based on their psychophysical nature. Like when we say truthfulness, what about business class people? If they speak truth, will they be able to do business? Business class, businessman has to speak lie. But there is a limit. All these rules and regulations are there. A Brahmana, not supposed to speak lie. But a business class people can speak. Bhagavad Gita is very practical. It's not some theology, some kind of just thoughts. No, it's very practical. Everything is very practical. So truthfulness means even speaking perfectly, means you following these principles, what Krishna is giving. Freedom from anger, renunciation. All these are different these qualities. Means we can go in detail, but freedom from anger, unnecessarily being angry, because anger is a result of passion and lust. This is not divine quality. But of course, if we are angry, sometimes even anger can be utilized in service of God. Like Hanumanji, he used anger in service of Lord Ram. So, yes, then it is a divine anger. Renunciation. Renunciation means
Detachment. Kind of
detachment.
detachment.
Detachment from what?
All the attractions and material things.
Material things. Let's make it more clear. Material things means what? Like this house, or the whatever
To
the
get more greediness, you know.
material things. Is this material? The table, the sofa. Is this material?
Means something means you stay in the society, but still then there should not be more attachment in it.
Attachment to it.
Yeah. No, whatever you're saying is right. I'm just trying to get it more clear. I mean, what exactly is material and spiritual?
Anything used in our own self gratification is material.
Yes.
Something
we
used
should
in
be very
service
much
of
clear
Krishna.
that all these things we see with our eyes, that is material. But it's not the external object, but it's consciousness. Our consciousness. If I'm using that for my sense gratification, that is material. But if I utilize that in service of God, that becomes a spiritual. With understanding that everything belongs to Krishna. I'm just a caretaker and I'm utilizing it in service of Krishna. So that is what makes everything spiritual. You know? Otherwise everything is material. Even this body is material. But because we utilize in service of God, so it's it becomes a kind of temple of God. So like everything we have, utilizing it. So we have to change the consciousness. What we are practicing is change of consciousness. From I, me and mine, this is what the material conception of life. I, me, mine. Means I keep myself in center. That is material consciousness. But if I keep Krishna in center, that is a spiritual life.
Yeah.
There was no external change. Externally, everything is going to be the same. If I say this is my house, my car, my facilities, mine, means in communication we can use these words. But internally, our consciousness, what is the consciousness we have to develop? We are developing. Everything belongs to Krishna. I belong to Krishna. Everything, whatever I have, that is Krishna's. I'm a servant of Krishna. I'm just utilizing in service of Krishna. So I'm not attached with those things. I'm totally detached. I'm totally attached with Krishna. Krishna has given me. If Krishna wants, he will take it back. Nothing belongs to me, so why to worry? As long as he has given me this facility, this body, mind, intelligence, power, whatever, let me utilize it and be happy. So as a servant, when we are leading, when we are living our life, we are free from anxiety and stress. Why to worry when Krishna is there? When Krishna is here. So there's no worry. And even if we do not accept Krishna, are we able to stop? Or are we able to control things? We cannot. So what is the wise decision? Better surrender Krishna. Accept Krishna. Welcome, Hare Krishna. Yes. So this is, so acceptance makes our life beautiful. So this is a spiritual science. This is the science of Krishna consciousness we are learning. So gradually what we have to do? We have to develop this. This is the quality, great quality. This is one opulence. One opulence. There are 6 opulences and one opulence is renunciation. It's a big quality, renunciation. But our renunciation is not a false renunciation. We have to understand. False renunciation means Falgu Vairagya. Means simply rejecting. No. Simply rejecting is not our process. This is Maya. No. We don't have that understanding. So I'm just trying to make you understand. be very clear. When we say renunciation in Krishna consciousness means utilization of things in service of Krishna. But outside you see sometimes people having this kind of mindset. Renunciation means rejection, Maya. Like you see in Krishna consciousness, devotees, they are using laptop, no hi-fi mobile, all these facilities. Sometimes people outside, they see that, oh, is he a sadhu? Is he a saintly person using such advanced gadgets? Huh? What do you think? Does it come to your mind? Huh?
It's necessary nowadays.
No, necessity is one thing. You understand this is necessary. But again, because if you see some sadhu traveling in big car and having all these big facilities, gadgets, what is first thing comes in your mind? Or if you see some sadhu just with 2 pieces of clothes and having nothing, just like a Babaji is residing in some place, secluded place, just absorbed in chanting and not interacting with people because of some attachment or something. No? They are away from material world. What comes in your mind first? I mean, of course you will see that was such an advanced devotee, such a great devotee, renounced everything. But if you see somebody with opulence, this mind will think, oh, what kind of sadhu he is, leading such a life, luxurious life.
Nowadays, see, all the books are on the gadgets only, everything, you know. So.
No, that is okay. The concept we are trying to understand this. One side, when we see sadhus or Babajis like renunciate, that is also a very advanced stage. Means we cannot judge externally. That is also, everybody cannot do that. That's a very advanced stage. Huh? And other side, when we see such kind of people like devotees, highly educated, using gadgets or using facilities, but understand, they are not, if they are doing it for personal sense gratification, that is wrong. Because they may, externally, they may have all facilities, but internally, they are totally detached from those things. They are utilizing those things in service. So what I'm trying to make you understand, that renunciation does not mean rejection. Rejection is not the solution. A better way, Prabhupada said, okay, somebody who is like going in a secluded place, renounced everything, that is okay, fine. Person is doing for his personal advancement. But Prabhupada, he said, the role we are taking, that is renouncing the world, means utilizing everything in Krishna's service, and at the same time being in society, helping others to develop this consciousness, preaching. So our movement is preaching movement. Our movement is not like, okay, if I got this knowledge, let me go out and out of some city and stay somewhere and do my spiritual practices and forget about everyone. So no, this is a preaching movement, and that's why Prabhupada left Vrindavan. He was in Vrindavan, right? And that too at the age of 70. Nobody will think of going outside of city. And even in that time, when people consider that going out of country means you are going to be polluted. Because Western culture, Western country means you have lost your religion. That was the mentality in India, Indian mentality at that time. And at that time, Prabhupada decided to leave Vrindavan. And he went to Western countries. Why? So much sacrifice for us. Whatever we are getting today is because of him.
Yes.
So that is what the movement, preaching movement. So devotees are even not selfish, they are selfless. They are working for others. So renunciation, tranquility. Tranquility means yes, peace. They are very peaceful, not agitated with things. Whether they have, they do not have. They are peaceful, happy. And freedom from covetousness. What does it mean? Covetousness? What is this? What is the meaning of this?
Getting more and more stuff, like trying to get more.
Okay.
Wanting more.
More
Freedom
and
from.
more.
Yes. Gentleness, modesty, steady determination. See, these are the qualities, divine qualities. Steady determination. They're very determined. Uh, means maybe sometime here and there, but devotees, if you see any situation, any circumstances, they are always determined. Determined means they are fixed in their consciousness, they are fixed in their practices. It's not that based on season, like a season changes, so they keep on changing things. Sometimes this, sometimes that. Okay, I like this, I like that, I like no. They're fixed. Once they have understood the conception, Krishna consciousness, they're fixed in Krishna consciousness. So external things does not change. And yeah, vigor, forgiveness. These are the qualities. I mean, we have discussed many times. Forgiveness is also a very great quality. Very great quality. We should always be forgiving. Because if we do not forgive, means we are holding grudges, and that will not keep us peaceful. That will not help us to maintain our consciousness. Always thinking negative about somebody or criticizing others. But this one quality can help us release from all negative emotions, that is forgiveness. Anybody, whatever they did, don't keep it. Forgive and forget. I'll not say forget. Forgive. Why not forget?
Because
Learn from that event. If you
some
forget,
people don't deserve to be forgiven. Some people don't deserve to be forgiven.
no, but that's okay. But this forgiveness is one divine quality. Of course, all these qualities we are discussing is not easy to practice. But point is, if we do not forgive, so who is getting? It is not bad. Ultimately, who is getting harmed? Who is getting affected?
Yeah,
We are getting affected.
Yeah, we are getting.
And just for some temporary, and that too, what we are losing after studying Bhagavad Gita, whatever we are discussing, and that's why remembering our goal is very, very important. If you remember your goal always, goal is not here to stay back in this material world or to make some adjustment. Goal is very, very big. If we remember that goal, then all these things, all these qualities, we will be able to practice. If you do not have that goal, clear goal, Krishna conscious goal, going home back to Godhead or Krishna Prema, if you do not remember this goal, then you will stuck yourself in all small things. Why you said like this? Why you said like that? Or the material situations, you will get stuck up in that. You will keep on adjusting your material situations, thinking that one day I will be able to solve all the problems and I will become the happiest person of the world. But remember, that will never happen. So don't make temporary adjustment. And that's why Krishna is saying, Tam Sutikshava Bharata. Tolerate. I'm not saying tolerance does not mean that you just keep on suffering. Last time we were discussing about it. Tolerance does not mean that if you have headache, you should not take medicine. Tolerance means whatever you can do, you do that, but do not become controller. Krishna is controller. Just have faith in Krishna. Do your best, leave on the God rest. Yes. So do your best, but tolerate. Tolerate. Because this is a temporary world. We are not here permanently. We have to go back to God. So as much we can, means whatever is favorable we have to accept. So forgiveness, if we do not forgive and keep grudges within and keep on suffering, what is the use of that? Of course it takes time. Practically it's not easy, but we are learning it so that we can develop this quality. We can engage ourselves in positive activities, because if we keep us in that atmosphere always, that is not going to help. Change the atmosphere, change the mindset. How we will change the mindset? How we will change the action behavior? When we come in a changed atmosphere. Understand this point. Any change is possible when you accept a culture. Without accepting a culture, without accepting a changed atmosphere, sitting in the same atmosphere, if you think that you will change, not possible. Not possible. Even if you try hard, sometimes, but because you are not changing the atmosphere. Because any habit, if you want to change, there are so many factors behind it. the kind of association you have, the kind of atmosphere you are living in, the kind of, all these small things affects. So why we focus on that? No, let's make it offline class, not online. Because this is once in a week we are getting devotees association. Very, very means important and very, very powerful. If we do not come in association of devotees, change is not possible. When we come in association, we discuss this, we inspire each other so that we can practice and change. And nothing is impossible, I'm telling you. Anything, whatever we are studying in Bhagavad Gita, everything is very practical. The only thing is we have to develop a sincere desire that, okay, my Lord, I want a change. This is what I want to change. And change is not overnight change. It's a gradual change. A small change every day will bring big change in life. Just first thing is, let's have a sincere desire. I want to change. I want to advance in Krishna consciousness. I want to develop these divine qualities within. I want to contribute in my life and others' life. Develop this desire, and then you will see the Krishna's mercy. So many things will happen. So, forgiveness, fortitude. I'm sorry, these few words, maybe you can tell me the meaning. Fortitude, anybody knows about it? Okay. Cleanliness and freedom from envy and from passion for honor. I mean, this one shloka I'm seeing, this verse number 1, 2, 3. You just keep on meditating on these verses or these qualities every day. This will help us. You know why? Because most of the time what we do, we keep on creating our to-do list. Somebody suggested that. Instead of making, like in the morning when we wake up, we start our day with making to-do list. Okay, what is the activity which I need to do today? And that makes us, that is also a good habit.
Yeah.
But one change you can do. Instead of making to-do list you can make. That is also good because you have to prioritize your activities. But before that, the most important thing is, instead of making your to-do list, Bhagavad Gita is teaching us to make your to-be list. To-be list. What exactly you want to be. Because activities, sometimes you may be able to do that and sometimes you may not. Sometimes you may achieve success, sometimes you may not. And that will keep you either, sometimes you will be happy, sometimes you will be suffering. But if you make your to-be list, in all situations and circumstances, these are the qualities which I want to exhibit from my life. Or this is the personality which I want to become. This is change of consciousness. This is internal achievement. That will not hamper with external changes. Understand? Like in previous chapter we were reading, whatever is external, that is bound to change. You are rich today. I'm not saying that you will be poor. But all these facilities, all these externals, bound to change. We do not want, situations, circumstances will change it. And change is painful. Very painful. We do not want change, but change is inevitable.
Changes happen, and you have to accept changes.
So once you accept it, that if change is bound to happen, so why to work for something which is changing? Why not to go for something which is eternal, which nobody can take away from you? This is consciousness. This is your character. This is your qualities. And these are the things which makes you satisfied, which makes you happy, not externals. External facility is required, but that is not the criteria of being happy. Happiness means these divine qualities. You see all demoniac people, they had everything, all external achievements, so much power, position, wealth, everything they had, but they were always in anxiety and stress. But devotees, divine people, saintly people, even if they have, like Pandavas, even they became the king of the kingdom, they were never agitated with that. Yudhishthira Maharaj, such a simple, humble, the same lifestyle, never agitated with that. understand these qualities. Earning this wealth is I mean real wealthy person. One who is real wealthy person means having all these divine qualities. Never agitated. So freedom from envy. They are not proud. I mean envy. Enviousness is the root cause of all demoniac qualities. Envy. Because of enviousness, we left Krishna. We gave up Krishna's association. So understand this one enviousness. This is the root cause of all problems. Matsarya. Kram, Krodh, Lobh, Mad, Moha, Mad, Matsarya. Matsarya is enviousness. Because of envious attitude, we left Krishna. We came to this material world. So, devotees are free from enviousness and from the passion of honor. This is also one thing, very much in material world. Passion, honor, samman. I must be respected. I must get respect from others. Somebody is not respecting, we become very angry. So devotees are not attached with such things. They avoid unnecessary. They are not like if you beautiful pastime. Devotees, they do not want fame, but fame is always chasing devotees. There's a quotation like if you chase fame, fame will go away from you. But if you do not chase, fame will chase you. Maybe the sentence which I'm using that's a different way, but the message is that devotees are not after fame, but automatically they achieve fame. So these transcendental qualities, O son of Bharata, belong to godly men endowed with divine nature. Krishna is saying these are all qualities, godly men, divine people, devotees, they have all these qualities. Because their nature is divine. Prabhupada has given a big purport. In fact, so much time we spent it, but we could have read this also. So you please read these purports. Amazing understanding Prabhupada is giving. Now, 4th verse onward, Krishna is speaking about demoniac quality. So demoniac quality, pride, arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness, and ignorance. These qualities belong to those of demoniac nature, O son of Pritha. Understand? Pride, demoniac quality. Arrogance. What else? Conceit is cheating propensity. Duality. Duality. Inside something else, outside sometimes. Just so this is what duality. So pride means, we know that there's a quotation in English Bible. Pride is the beginning of fall down. So demonic people, they have very much pride of their power, position, wealth, whatever they have. And anyway, in this chapter, Krishna is going to explain what is their thought process, what they think. Everything is there. So harshness is also demoniac quality. We should not be harsh towards others. We should be compassionate. Maybe anybody, like today morning also there was a discussion going on, discourse. So if somebody maybe not having good qualities, so devotees should not be very much harsh with them. Because gentle behavior. Devotees are gentle, and they should always be compassionate. Harsh means like we are not giving opportunity to grow somebody. Somebody is having, we all have bad qualities, right? Good qualities, bad qualities, we all have. Maybe some bad habits we may have. But sometimes, especially in devotees community, what I see, like when we become devotee and we develop good qualities, or we are reading scriptures, then we start seeing others with the eyes of this, not with the eyes of the scripture, I say. We must see with the eyes of the scripture only. But we start seeing others,
Understand others.
or we start seeing based on the parameter of these scriptures, scriptural study. We start seeing them. Okay, that is a bad person. He is having so many bad qualities, so many bad habits, and we become harsh towards them. This is not the real understanding of scripture. Whenever we study scripture, first of all, we should have this mindset that this is for me. This is for me, so that I can advance. It is not to judge others. Because being judgmental is also a kind of negative quality. We should not judge others. So based on the knowledge we are receiving, we should become more compassionate. Somebody not having good qualities, maybe because of bad association, maybe because of their karmic reaction. They are in diseased condition. They are in ignorant condition. So being a devotee means one who is having this understanding, this knowledge, helping them. How to help? In such a way, the person should improve. If we become harsh enough, then we are not giving opportunity to improve, but we will get the person away from. In our practical life, we have seen so many things. Even sometimes when we speak in classes, we have to be very careful. Very careful. Because when we speak in public, different people are there, different mindset is there, different level is there. Like we were discussing about. Even speaking truth. One way is like, okay, I'm speaking truth, let me speak very strong. Even strong speaking, that is good, but we have to see whom we are speaking with. Right? That's why if you see spiritual teachers, spiritual master, if they speak to new people, they are very, very polite. They are very, very gentle, very, very loving and caring. Because new people. But if they are speaking to their disciples, I've seen personally sannyasis like Guru Maharaj. When Guru Maharaj or a spiritual teacher is speaking to their disciple, they chastise. Externally, it may seem like, oh, from outside people, the spiritual master is so loving, caring. But when he is speaking to his disciple, he is so angry or he is so harsh. Actually, both are compassion. Both are compassion. Yes. The spiritual master knows how to deal with others. Because new people, he cannot chastise. Somebody who is not surrendered.
They're like babies.
Yeah.
People are...
Means, point is, if you are not ready to listen, why should I speak? But if you are ready to listen, then you have to. Like Krishna, you see Bhagavad Gita only. First 6 chapter, even first chapter, only Krishna was hearing. He never spoke anything. He was hearing. Because in that situation, Arjuna was not ready to listen. He was just giving his reasons, his logic. The moment he surrendered in chapter 2, Sishyateham mam sadimam tuam prabannam. The moment he surrendered, then Krishna started speaking. And the first, he started with chastisement. You're thinking you're very intelligent, you're fool number 1. Because somebody, when this is the quality of a spiritual teacher, when he sees that somebody is surrendered, somebody is ready to change, then only he will speak. Otherwise, sweet words. Okay? How are you? Fine, thank you.
No, they won't waste. It's like wasting your energy, na? Somebody.
No, wasting not. Of course.
I
I mean, of course, you can say, but it's not wasting. Point is, helping people to come on that stage first, to listen, to understand, to accept. Once you start accepting, then real teaching will start. Real teaching will start. Means chastisement is real teaching, because that will make us humble. That will remove all the anarthas within our heart, all negativity, all bad qualities. So if Guru is chastising you, means you are very dear to him. If you're not very close, very dear, Dear means, anyway, dear, everybody is dear, but if you're not very close to him, he will not chastise you because he knows that. If he speaks, you will go away. So better, wherever you are, at least stay back. Be there. It will take time, but eventually you will. So understand. So harshness, yes, and ignorance. Ignorance, we know that demonic people, they are ignored. They do not know that Krishna is the source of everything. They think that no, so everything anyway it is going to come in this chapter. What do they think? So these qualities belong to those of demoniac nature, O son of Pritha. The transcendental qualities are conducive to liberation, whereas the demoniac qualities make for bondage. Very clear? Yes, transcendental qualities, divine qualities will help us get liberated from this material world, from sufferings of this material world. But demoniac quality will means it will bound us in this material world. Very clear. So do not worry, O son of Pandu, for you are born with the divine qualities. So just assuring, Krishna is assuring Arjuna, don't worry. Whatever I have discussed as of now, demoniac qualities, all these demoniac qualities, nothing to worry about because you belong to a royal family. You are a devotee. Like we need not to worry about. O son of Pritha, in this world there are two kinds of created beings. One is called the divine and the other demoniac. I have already explained to you at length the divine qualities. Now hear from me of the demoniac qualities. So here onwards now, Krishna is saying, those who are demoniac do not know what is to be done and what is not to be done. Neither cleanliness, nor proper behavior, nor truth is found in them. So anyway, here onwards we will discuss in next class now, because now he is going to speak about the demoniac nature. Nature means all those different qualities. He will speak more about demoniac, their thought process, their destination, everything Krishna is going to speak. So as we were discussing in the beginning of this chapter, even before chapter, why we are studying this, or how it is going to help this chapter or this kind of knowledge, because this will help us in understanding our position. It is kind of introspection. Introspection is a very important quality. We should see within, we should see what kind of nature I have, whether it is helping me to advance in Krishna consciousness or do I need a change, and how can I bring that change, right? So this chapter will help us to understand. So we will change the consciousness based on this teaching. Yes, so divine and demoniac nature. Yes, we can discuss if you have some question in this regard. Let it go. Let it go. Question answer is very important discussion. Yes, any point you want to discuss?
So one thing is, in work we often say take pride in your work. We often say at office take pride in the work that you are doing.
Yes.
But then pride is defined as a demonic characteristic here.
Yeah,
Are these two
very
different
nice question.
interpretations, or how do we reconcile
Nice.
it?
So pride is a negative, is a demoniac quality. So devotees, there are two kinds of pride, false pride and true pride. You can say false ego, that is what we call pride, ego. So true ego or true pride is that I'm Krishna's, I belong to Krishna. And so keeping Krishna in center, if we feel pride of something, I'm a Krishna's devotee, I'm Krishna's servant, this is real pride. But if I think that no, I'm something else, then that pride is negative. No, that I is something, I'm independent, I'm the controller, I'm the proprietor, I'm the enjoyer, everything is meant for me. This I and mine conception, this is
Right.
demoniac. But when I think that I belong to Krishna, I am part and parcel of Krishna, I am servant of Krishna, yes, whatever I have received belongs to Krishna, I am just a caretaker. This is real pride. If you see something, if I have something, if I think that, oh, Krishna is so merciful, like I have received so beautiful body or so healthy body. One is like I'm so strong, so handsome. But if I think that, no, Krishna has given me so strong body, so beautiful body, so healthy body. This is not pride. Because already I dedicated it to Krishna. It belongs to, it is Krishna's. So this is one understanding. And yes, I, me, mine means demoniac, pride. But when we say we, ours, us, this is. So in this chapter, if you conclude this in one word, what will you say? Divine and demoniac, one word. What? Just find out one word for demoniac and one word for divine. What would you say? Divine means one word. All these qualities, one word.
Transcendental, no?
Transcendental, that is okay. That is fine. Transcendental.
Ours.
Huh?
Divine is ours.
Divine is ours, yeah. This is the conception. Divine means not me, mine, ours. Everybody is included because Krishna is center. Selfishness means demoniac, and selflessness means divine. And the topmost selflessness, sometimes even selflessness, Srila Prabhupada is explaining. Sometimes people say that, okay, because I'm working for my society, I'm working for my nation, so I'm selfless. But Prabhupada is saying that that is not real selflessness. That is simply extended version of selflessness. Extended version means, because somebody who is highly selfish will think of only me, mine. Somebody more, maybe little bit, so will extend that selfishness to my family, my society. This is extension of the same I conception. But I am simply extending it to my family, to my society, to my country. This is extended version of same I. But this is I and me, I, my and me only. I, me and mine only. But the selflessness means when you keep God in center. God consciousness means highest level of selflessness. That now my conception is not based on some external, maybe caste, color, creed, country. No. Now I know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
It's my God, no?
Huh?
Somebody else's God is different. My God is also very selfish.
Yeah, that is true. Now coming to this point, that is what we are trying to understand. When we say God is one or many,
One.
any religion you ask about, God is one or many?
One, many forms.
God is one. We may call in different ways. But point is, anybody having God consciousness, why we are saying Krishna consciousness? Even this question was there when Prabhupada was founding this institution. So devotees, they suggested Prabhupada, why to name this Krishna consciousness? Let's say it God consciousness. Why? Because people will understand. Prabhupada said no. People are not clear with who is God. And that's why they say Paramatma, light, God. But we know the name, we know the address, we know the qualities. Somebody who is not knowing about the quality, the address, name, address, they may say okay. But we know the name. So let it be very clear. Even if we do not have that understanding, point is, if we see God with qualities, so anybody who is having all these qualities we are discussing, God is the supreme controller, God is the supreme proprietor, God is the supreme source of everything, God is the supreme enjoyer, God is somebody who is having all 6 opulences, He is the richest, He is the most powerful, He is the most beautiful, He is the most knowledgeable, He is the most famous, and He is the most renunciate. If anybody meeting all these criteria, he is God. Point is, this is what I'm saying. This is what the question you ask. If we say that I belong to God, I belong to Krishna, Krishna is the source of everything, Krishna is the supreme proprietor, I am not. You are prideless. Means this is real pride. I'll not say pride. No, this is real pride. We should be proud of this. That I belong to God, I belong to Krishna. This pride will not pollute your consciousness. Just understand this point. What is wrong in this pride and material pride? Material pride will pollute your consciousness, will degrade you. All these demoniac people, they had this material pride. I am the controller, I am the enjoyer, I am the source of everything, I am the supreme proprietor. And that's why they were always exploiting others. Exploiting others for their sense gratification. No? But devotees, king or the divine people, when you have divine pride that I belong to Krishna, then you become most humble. The more you have this consciousness, the more humble you become, and you become compassionate upon others. You sacrifice your life for others. Now you are understanding the difference between the pride? If
It's not clear.
let me make it more clear.
No, Prabhuji, somebody who worships Lord Shiva, he will say he has all these qualities, and he will define his set of qualities which Lord Shiva represents.
Yes.
And somebody else will say, so what I'm saying, so there also we are stuck with our God. So somebody is stuck with his God.
Again, understand this point. Of course, like if I am not aware of, I may say that my neighbor is God, and I can say that he is with all these qualities. But again, my saying will not change the truth. If I say that this is night, 12 o'clock, and I believe in it, that this is night, it's not day, what you can do with that? If I'm not at all ready to accept it, you keep on giving me so many proofs. No, see, there is a sun, it is day, but I'll say, no, it is night for me. What will you do that? So it's not about others, it's about the scripture. We are getting the proper understanding. It's not about others. That's why I said that when we read a scripture, it is for our understanding, our clarity. Now the point what we are discussing, because this is from the point of, clarification point of view. Somebody is having strong faith in some personality, and they are they're following some principle, right? The point is, like, very practical question this is. Now what we are trying to understand, even somebody from religious point of view, Hindu, Muslim, anybody, because they have their own God, they have very strong faith, and if they have pride, my God is best, my way is highway. Tell me, this is a spiritual consciousness or material consciousness?
It is still material. It is still material.
Is this material consciousness or spiritual consciousness?
Material.
Material consciousness. Even in the name of religion, if I say that my way is highway,
No,
My
you
way is
add to-
high.
it's just that you're adding the my God. If somebody says God is the highest, then
no,
it's fine.
let me make it, because this is very subtle to understand, very important to understand, and very subtle. Understand this. One is with respect and regard, accepting my spiritual master, my God is the best. That is my spiritual, that is out of, it's my respect, because I love him. So, but material consciousness is that I hate others. I love my God, but I hate others. That is material conception. What we are learning in Krishna consciousness, what Krishna is explaining in Bhagavad Gita, all these different God, small God we can say, because God is one, and everyone is part and parcel of Krishna. What is Krishna? Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, only we read, Krishna is the original name of God. God actually does not have any name. But God, whatever different pastimes, whatever different activities He does, based on that, He has innumerable names. God has innumerable forms, God has innumerable names. And we have categorized all these different incarnations into 6 categories. Many times we have discussed. Purusha Avatar, Leela Avatar, Shakti-Avesh Avatar, Manvantar Avatar. All these are different categories of incarnation. All these demigods, part and parcel of Krishna, Krishna is saying. Krishna is the original name, he is saying. Krishna means all attractive. God means all attractive, all powerful, all beautiful. So the Krishna is that original name. When you say Allah, Allah means representing one quality of God. Allah means powerful. When you say Lord Shiva, means all these demigods. Even you talk about Jesus Christ. All these are Shakti-Avesh Avatar. Empowered souls. They are all Krishnas. They are coming for a specific purpose. Now, if somebody, and even Krishna himself is saying that, based on their desire, people in this material world, based on their desire, they approach to a particular personality, and I am the one who would increase their faith in them. Who is increasing faith?
Krishna.
People worshipping, maybe Lord Shiva, Lord Ganesha, whomsoever they are worshipping, Krishna is saying, I am the one who is increasing their faith. Why? Let's take it a very simple example to understand why.
Because of their desires.
Yes. Why? Ultimately, and Krishna is saying that ultimately I am the one who is providing everything. They are approaching to different people and they are thinking that, okay, I am receiving all these gifts from them, but ultimately who is the giver? Krishna is saying, I am the source. Even whatever they are getting from other people, other demigods, but ultimately they are receiving from me. Many times I have given this example. Like there's a government. The government is there and so many departments are there. From different departments we are getting different facilities. But where from they are getting the power? Where from they are getting the authority? Government. So similarly Krishna is saying, I am the source. All these are different part and parcel. All these are different departmental heads. They are working for me. And whatever people have different desire, and based on that desire, they approach to different people. They do not know the ultimate source, and that's why they are approaching to the immediate. But we devotees, now we know the ultimate source.
We know the address.
We know the supreme authority. So if somebody approaching supreme authority, even now understand, it does not mean that we will ignore the departments or we will disrespect the departments. Understand this conception. If we are accepting Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, it is not a fanatic acceptance. It is as per scripture which is coming to us. And this acceptance is not making us kind of fanatic that no, I will disrespect others. A pure devotee will love everyone. Even when somebody approached Srila Prabhupada and he said that, what about Islam? Can I get? Prabhupada said yes. If you practice Christianity, if you practice Islam, you will achieve the perfection of life. But in true sense, first you have to understand. So all these different religions, they have some principle and values, and it is for our advancement. But how much we will advance, that depending upon the kind of desire you have. Even in Krishna consciousness, let me tell you this example. Even in Krishna consciousness, we are understand why we say that this is the highest goal, and it does not mean that I am the best. Let me come to this point. Even I remember, Mataji's place, we were discussing this topic. When we say we are the best, not out of fanaticism, not out of arrogance, I am the best. Based on philosophy. So there are 4 levels of practices. 4 levels of practices. One is out of fear, one is out of gain, third is out of duty, and fourth is out of love. Which one is topmost?
Out of love.
Out of love. So all these different institutions or different practices comes under these categories. All the institutions, they may have all these 4 categories. I will not say that only one category is there. Some institution, some practices, will be based on out of fear. They will teach you fear. If you do not do this, you will die. If you do not do this, you will go to hell. You understand? So out of fear, people are practicing. And out of duty, out of gain, like in our religion also, in our Vedic teachings, so many rules and regulations in Vedas. If you practice this, you will get this. So this is what? Out of gain, out of duty. No, because these are all prescribed duties we should do. We are human beings. God has given us so much. We should do this. This is out of duty, good people. But out of love is the topmost, and that is what Krishna is teaching us. Man mana bhavamad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. In Bhagavad Gita, he is teaching, if you want to be free from anxiety and stress, so whichever stage you are in, come to this stage, topmost stage. What he is teaching to Arjuna? Duty. Do your duty. Do not give up. This is your duty to fight against irreligion. Do your duty. But ultimately Krishna is teaching sarvadharman parityaja. Surrender. Surrender means what? Love. When you are on this platform, when you are doing your duty, means doing your duty is out of love. You are free from anxiety, stress. You are free from all these sufferings in this material world. You will come to me. Understand? So now, with this understanding, you can very clearly see what I am practicing, what I am doing. Is it out of fear, out of duty, out of gain? You can judge. And this judgment is for improvement. This judgment is not to say, I am the best. Having this feeling, sense of satisfaction, that okay, fortunately, I am so fortunate that by Krishna's mercy, I have received such a process wherein I am learning how to love God, which is the topmost, which is the perfection of life. This pride is good pride. But out of this, respecting others, okay, whatever they are practicing, whatever they are doing, at least based on their desire, because they may have that desire, and based on anything in our life happening is not by chance, understand it. You have some desire, and that's why you are here. So it's all about desire, it's all about our previous activities. So now this discussion will help us to get more clarity so that we can develop more conviction and we can practice the process and advance. Right? So good question answer. I mean, question answer is very much important.
प्रभु जी अभी आपने बोला ड्यूटी,
हाँ,
और इसके बारे में क्या बोला आपने ड्यूटी?
ड्यूटी में ऐसा है कि जैसे हम एक तो हमें पर्पस याद रखना है, गोल याद रखना है हमेशा। ड्यूटी का क्या होता है कि चाहे कोई भी वर्ण और आश्रम हो, चाहे जिस किसी भी स्थिति में है, हम सभी का एक गोल है, कॉमन गोल, वो है भगवत धाम, भगवत प्राप्ति, भगवत प्रेम, हमारा स्पिरिचुअल जो जर्नी है उसमें। अब जो व्यक्ति जिस स्थिति में है उसके लिए कुछ ड्यूटीज दी गई हैं कि अगर वो ये नियम का पालन करेगा तो इससे वो एडवांस करेगा। तो जैसे ब्राह्मण है तो ब्राह्मण के कुछ नियम दिए गए हैं, उसके कुछ कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स दिए गए हैं। उसी तरह से जो क्षत्रिय है उसके कुछ धर्म बताए गए हैं कि एक क्षत्रिय होने के नाते आपका कर्तव्य क्या है। तो क्षत्रिय का कार्य है प्रोटेक्शन, रक्षा, सुरक्षा प्रदान करना। ब्राह्मण का कार्य है पठन पाठन, यजन याजन, पढ़ना, शास्त्रों को गाइड करना लोगों को। उसी तरह से जो वैश्य है, जो बिजनेस क्लास, यानी जो भी व्यवस्था है समाज की, भरण पोषण की, वो व्यवस्था, कृषि, गोरक्ष, वाणिज्य, गाय की रक्षा करना, ये वैश्य का काम। धर्म का प्रचार करना, ये बिजनेस क्लास का काम है, फैमिली का काम है कि क्योंकि उसके ऊपर बहुत बड़ा हाथ है धर्म को फैलाना, ये सब। और जो शूद्र यानी जो वर्कर क्लास है, वो ऊपर के इन तीनों क्लासेस को सपोर्ट करता है, वो सेवा करता है। सेवा मतलब कि सहयोग देता है लोग सभी। तो ये चारों जब अपनी अपनी ड्यूटीज को पूरा करते हैं तो समाज की व्यवस्था अच्छी होती है, वो पर्सनली भी ग्रो करते हैं और सोशल प्लेटफॉर्म पे भी, सोशल सामाजिक स्तर पे भी विकास होता है। लेकिन जब ये व्यवस्था बिगड़ जाती है, जब उल्टा सीधा हो जाता है, जो आज है, तो जिसका जो कार्य है वो कर नहीं रहा है। और इसीलिए
अगर दिन भर हम अपनी ड्यूटी करते रहें तो कुछ सोचने करने की जरूरत ही नहीं, ईमानदारी से अपनी ड्यूटी करते हैं।
हाँ, ड्यूटी करनी, वही भगवान सिखा रहे हैं। जैसे अब हमारा काम है बिजनेस, मान लीजिए हम बिजनेस क्लास हैं, परिवार में हैं, हमें कुछ पारिवारिक जिम्मेदारियां हैं और कुछ हमें बिजनेस, हमारा जॉब है, ड्यूटी करनी है।
तो ड्यूटी तो नहीं करते हैं सब लोग दिन भर,
हाँ,
अपने ऐसे ही भागे जा रहे हैं बिना ड्यूटी के।
शिकायत हो रही है
पूरे दिन
कोई बात
पता ही नहीं हम तक करना क्या है, ऐसे ही भाग रहे हैं।
नहीं। हाँ वही हमें हम सबको सीखना है।
यही दिक्कत है, सुबह से शाम तक हम अपनी ये टाइम टेबल है, ये ड्यूटी कर दी है,
वो हम सभी ऐसे ही कर रहे हैं।
बस ऐसे
लेकिन
भागे जाते हैं। कभी इनको सुनो,
हमें यही सब
कोई
सीखना
ड्यूटी
है।
ले लेनी चाहिए दिन भर ना, किसी को ड्यूटी लेनी चाहिए 8 घंटे की, उसमें मन लगाए काम करता रहे, जब उद्धार होगा।
हाँ नहीं नहीं वो भी करना है, लेकिन ड्यूटी कैसे करनी है ये भी समझना है।
हाँ, दिन भर कोई ड्यूटी ले गए ना,
तो
ईमानदारी से करते हैं,
ईमानदारी से और भगवान को शरणागत होकर
हाँ हाँ,
अपने कार्य को करना है।
वो सब
कलयुग
ईमानदारी
में
से आ गए।
कलयुग में ये सारी व्यवस्था 100% कर पाना बहुत मुश्किल है। तो मैं आपको फाइनल सॉल्यूशन दे रहा हूँ, क्योंकि ऑफ कोर्स वर्णाश्रम व्यवस्था कलयुग में पूरी तरह से इम्प्लीमेंटेड है नहीं, टॉपसी 24 स्टेज में है। हमें प्रयास करना चाहिए कि हम जैसे पहले के चैप्टर में हमने सीखा कि एटलीस्ट हम मोड ऑफ गुडनेस में बने रहें और भगवान को याद करते हुए, भगवान का नाम लेते हुए हम अपने जो भी कर्तव्य हैं उसको करने का प्रयास करें। फेल होंगे, एटलीस्ट हमें क्या करना है, हर रोज जब भक्त के दिन की शुरुआत होती है, तो जैसे हम भगवान का दर्शन कर रहे हैं, नाम जप कर रहे हैं, थोड़ा सा इंट्रोस्पेक्शन, कुछ अपना सोचना कि आज का दिन, जैसे मैंने बताया, टू बी लिस्ट तैयार करना, आज मुझे कैसा बनना है। हर रोज अपने अंदर इंप्रूवमेंट, भले ही हो सकता है भले ही कि हम उस प्रयास में बार बार फेल हों, बट हमारी जर्नी, हमारा प्रयास यही है कि हम कैसे एक अच्छे भक्त बन सकते हैं। एक अच्छे भक्त बनने के लिए सारी क्वालिटीज़ हमें डेवलप करनी है। तो जो भी हम इंट्रोस्पेक्शन करेंगे, ऑब्जर्व करेंगे कि मेरे अंदर वो कौन सी कमी है जिसके कारण मैं आगे नहीं बढ़ पा रही हूँ, तो मुझे उसको कैसे दूर करना है, और कौन सी वो क्वालिटीज़ जो हमें आगे बढ़ने में हेल्प करेंगी उसको कैसे डेवलप करना है। सिर्फ एक ही साइड नहीं देखना है। कभी कभी इंट्रोस्पेक्शन में हम क्या करते हैं, सारी नेगेटिव चीज़ें देखते हैं। नो, नेगेटिव तो सभी के अंदर है, तो सिर्फ उसी को फोकस नहीं करना, उसको ध्यान देना है कि हाँ मुझे इसको दूर करना है। लेकिन जो पॉजिटिव एंगेजमेंट है, जो पॉजिटिव क्वालिटीज़ डेवलप करनी है, उसकी तरफ काम करना है। और ये छोटे छोटे प्रयास से बहुत अच्छा इंप्रूवमेंट आएगा। और जैसा मैंने शुरू में बताया कि हम इससे जज नहीं करेंगे दूसरों को, ये हमारे अपने पर्सनल के लिए ये स्कैनिंग हो रही है हमारी अपनी। हमें अपने आप को स्कैन करना है, देखना है मैं कहाँ पे हूँ और मुझे कैसे एडवांस करना है। ठीक है, थैंक यू सो मच। हरे कृष्ण। श्रील प्रभुपाद।